Okay, so let's talk about the ViWoods. They were a little bit further behind on their software than other brands, and I think they've done quite a lot of catching up. So just recently they've released another update, and I'm going to take you through just a few of those things here today. They have a fingerprint reader, which the equivalent Boox of this doesn't have. The equivalent size 10.3 Boox doesn't have. The actual device itself is really nice, and every time I get it out, I always remember how light and how thin it is. And yeah, it's a really nice piece of hardware. I'm interested to see what they'll do with hardware later as well. So the question is it still behind on the software? I'm not sure that it is that much anymore. Okay, there's a few things that maybe the Boox and Supernote have that it doesn't. It doesn't have an outline function. I would probably like to see some way of making a table of contents for your notes would be really quite good as well. So firstly, the AI function here, we can either reach the AI by the button down here or the AI on the side here. You can actually have customized AI instructions. So essentially you can create up to 5, I think in total, but I can create 4 because I've already got one. And you can give it a command that you want it to do. So let's say you want to summarize, or let's say bullet points. Now incidentally, I really like their system for handwriting recognition as well. It's going to let me down now on screen, obviously, but it's one of the easiest to manage writing into the box systems that I've ever had at all. Detailed command to send to AI. So convert all to text and summarize. And you notice you just get this little box at the bottom to move around. You can move the cursor with this one, and you can delete and things like that. So you're not having to use the pen for both functions as well. So we're going to have to put convert again. Convert to text. Oh, it's really struggled, isn't it? I'm going to type it in. After saying that it was really good. Convert to text and summarize as bullet points. And generally, I think they're on their way to having the best sort of handwriting recognition on any device, because now I've got my custom command. See, when I click that, it's going to screenshot that note page essentially, and it's going to go ahead and do that. So let's have a little look. There's the transcription. To create events, drag the pen to the plus symbol. Not quite what I wrote. The feature works well and is appreciated. AI annotation is effective for multiple pages during meetings. Pen functionality in Boox is considered among the best, as I've just said. Custom AI instructions are helpful, but may have limited sharing options. Currently, pasting content mainly works in Word. No, it doesn't work in Word, is what I've written there. So if I go share, I don't have the option to share to any of the apps at all that I have installed on the ViWoods, and that's what I'd like to see them add. Currently, you can only copy that AI response into a ViWoods app, which that's a nuisance. However, I raised that with them, I mentioned that to them, and they said, yep, we're going to add that. We're going to add that next time. So they're already on that as well. I also think that once I've got rid of that incidentally, what I don't like is I think that AI chat is gone. I can't just open that AI chat again. It starts a whole new AI chat whenever I go into there. I think that's right. Oh no, there it is. It's just in there in my recents, so it is entirely there. So that's an issue that I don't have as well. Now, the other thing is that it would be really good if I could do multiple pages. You can do multiple pages in meeting notes though. So I'm going to go to meeting notes because they've improved things there as well. So if I go back to home, and I can go to meeting notes. This is one that I've got 2 pages in already. This can convert multiple pages, and actually the handwriting, I don't know if you can see that, is actually really quite nice script as well. So when I now go into my AI, I can convert just the current page or all pages or my custom range, and I can select to a maximum of 5 pages. So here we go, convert all the pages, select all pages. It's my custom command, and I just want it to return me as properly formatted type text. You see it's now done like a long screenshot of the whole thing. And there it goes. It's done quite a good job. Because it can connect multiple pages, so it hasn't got it absolutely perfect. But this is the most useful AI text recognizer it is. Okay, so it's actually the most accurate and useful AI text recognition that there is. And I think if we go back to that page where I wrote that, let's see, is this the most accurate and useful AI text recognition? I can understand it's struggled to get that word recognition, but generally this is actually one of the better text recognitions that we've got in the whole thing. So pretty darn good. Let's go back to where we were. So you can do multiple pages in meeting minutes, but you can't do it in just the ordinary Notes app, which is a bit of a stress. But again, I mentioned that and they said, yeah, we're planning on bringing multiple pages to Notes app as well. Okay, so I like the custom AI instructions, but they only can share to ViWoods apps, and I wanted them to change that. And I actually converted this next page, which was a little sort of quick conversation, if you like, that I wrote out. And it got it all right apart from one word, and I guess I could actually go back. Now I know how to do that. I could just ask it to convert that again. Last time it did exactly right apart from one word. Let's see if it gets it all right this time. Pretty good. Yeah, it actually got it right this time. Right now it's blooming useful, and the first time it did useless. So that's one interesting thing about AI, is you get a slightly different response at different times, don't you? So if I go to the AI, I can actually see the old one. That's not the one. I don't know where it is now, but anyway, it's good, right? It's actually quite a useful thing. It's actually quite well done. That's actually quite a useful thing. And those are my sort of main things that I like about this, that they've improved recently. It is getting to be more convincing, okay? It is getting better all of the time. I like, as I said, how thin and light it is. I actually really like that they give you, these are hard nibs that I'm using on the plastic. That's quite nice. It's not quite as nice a writing feel as the Super Note, but it is lovely. I don't love the placement. I've never loved the placement of these capacitive buttons at the bottom here. I do like the look of my handwriting on it though, which is important to me. And I love the bright, high contrast for Carta 1300. The screen is one of the best screens you can get. And the software is catching up, the software is getting better. And that AI stuff is getting actually useful. Now here's the sort of pièce de résistance really. If you go into Planner, and I've tested this out, not only can it link with your Outlook calendar, which mine is, but if I long press on the plus and I say, make a meeting tomorrow to go to Stratford upon Avon with my wife, put in note, see Shakespeare. It's thinking about what I've just said, and it's going to create an event. Hopefully it gets it right. Yes, it's got tomorrow, it didn't know what time. It said meeting was trip to Stratford upon Avon, it got that right. And it says in the notes, see Shakespeare. So cool, I can click all day if I want, or I can change the time. I can click in here and edit the event, and then I can just go confirm. And now it's made that event. There it is on there on my events up here. And there's the detail about it. So this is really quite good. So what other things have they improved and they wanted me to point out, wanted me to have a look at? Landscape reading and handwriting annotations is now supported. So now not only, I don't think I've got any landscape books, but now they've added landscape writing there as well, which is useful. It also now is pulling down cover images. So you can see here, for instance, it's pulled down a cover image for this particular book here, this little letter to us. It's pulled down a cover image of the user manual of this one here as well. So if there's an embedded cover image, it will pull that down now as well. That's useful. Event creation, I've just said. Voice-based as well, really good. And you can actually create events from other sections. So if you were in paper, which is that paper, that's reading, that's paper there. You can create an event from this, which that could be quite a cool thing to do. So do I do that from the AI thing here? No, I don't. Do I do it from the AI assistant? It says event creation via AI across various sections. Create an event tomorrow to go to work at 9 AM. No, it doesn't go ahead. It goes and gives me advice on how to make an event. So I'm not sure where that is, but here we go. Associate with daily, that must be the one. So you can do it from here, but it said via AI, didn't it? So that is one nice thing about this. Now you can see my tomorrow, I've associated a paper with it. So I can select that paper and it goes back to my note there. I think that's really quite cool as well, but they did say creating events, so it must be possible. They've improved their file management by adding a My Files module. So I don't have the My Files module up at the minute, but I suppose you can make one of these files, but there's files here. There we are. So now we've got a proper file browser as well, which is useful. Auto sync for flexible backups. I haven't tried that myself, but that's another thing. And they said improved writing tools. And I've noticed that the writing tools are better. Let's see what else they've said. They've changed though, because I haven't played about with all of these yet. They say enhanced calligraphy fountain pen. Enhanced calligraphy and fountain pen. So that I've been using the fountain pen. I like the fountain pen. I couldn't tell you what they've improved about it, but it just looks better now. Is that on the calligraphy? They've improved the calligraphy pen. I don't use the calligraphy pen. Some people love the calligraphy pen on the reMarkable. I know that's the case. The pencil tool has been improved as well. And again, I can notice this. And it's a nice place to draw as well, because you do have that nice tilt and pressure sensitivity as well. So you can make a range of different marks, which is important for drawing. And it says Bezier curve correction for natural strokes. So I think that's what they've improved essentially, is now the curves are much nicer than they were. And you'll notice we're doing a lot of these to show the differences between one type of pen and another. These generally look rounder than they do on capacitive type styluses. Also, there's a screenshot gesture, 4-finger swipe down. See if that works. Yep, it's made a screenshot, so there we go. Also, they've said syncing recurring events from Google and Outlook calendars is now possible. Customizable physical buttons, that's good. And traditional Chinese input method, so that's also good as well. I like that you can change these now to be what you like. They've also said in the next one, they're looking at that shareability to third-party apps like OneNote and Google Docs and others. And yeah, only the meeting module supports recognition for multiple pages, and they're going to work to have that across all other things in future. Jeffrey says it looks snappier than the Supernote Manta. Is Boox 4C and Go 10.3 a similar writing feel? Yeah, I'd say the same pretty much. Just got a Note 4C a few weeks ago. I wish it was a 13-inch, two of the same sizes. Really tough to rationalize. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that's what I'm very interested to see. I really can't wait to see actually what ViWoods do next for hardware. What other options do I have? Maybe a 13.3. I mean, they've got the Mini, but the Mini is bad in my opinion. It's just old tech, but a 13-inch would be great. Be really interesting to see them do that and see what they bring to that.